I think it's safe to say that most of us under the age of 60 would be offended if someone said that we dress and look like old men if that wasn't our point at all, because this image usually conjures in your mind an oversized dress shirt, a wife beater, and a lot of times high-waisted pants. But what you probably didn't know is that these old men are actually wearing something on their pants that's both stylish and very practical, so much so that I wear them all the time now, though most of you probably are not. But you can actually wear these and make them look stylish and do their job without looking dated if you wear them correctly. And those are the infamous pleats. And if you don't know what pleats are, no biggie, I tell you, okay? It's those folds of fabric that you see in the front of some pants right below the waistband where the thighs are. So what's so special about them and what's their purpose? Well, you know how your thighs expand when you sit down, especially if you're like me and you got some real thick thighs? Well, those pleats, those folds of fabric open up when you sit down so that you have more room for those expanded thighs. And when you get back up and your thighs go back to their normal size, the pleats close so that your pants aren't overly baggy when you're standing up, but they have the room when you sit down. So actually, your pants can be more slimming and forgiving and roomy if they have pleats. Yes, pleats aren't just for baggy pants. It actually makes no sense that they're baggy, you know? It's kind of redundant. Why would they be baggy? It's so stupid. I'll never get that. But it doesn't mean that you can just go and buy some slim fit or skinny fit pleated pants and have them work. There is a catch to it. It's not as simple as you think, but more on that later. Okay, so you mainly have two types of pleated pants, all right? Forward and reverse. And you can have single pleated pants, double pleated pants, and even triple and more, but you'll generally only see single and double because anything more than that is kind of redundant, all right? Now, forward pleated pants, the points on the pleats point towards the inside of the pants, towards the crotch, okay? And reverse pleated pants, they point towards the outside of the pants. So why they're not called outward pleated pants and forward pleated pants, I have no idea. I still get confused by that, but that doesn't mean anything here. Now, occasionally you will see box pleated pants where the points both point towards each other at the same time, but you rarely see these because they're junk. Okay, so they give you more room. Well, that's cool, bro. But they're still technically old man pants, and maybe you don't want to look like a grandpa, right? And have that papa style, papu-core. I don't either. But you can still wear pleats and make them look fresh and contemporary and youthful while still remaining classic. There's just a few things you have to consider. Now, these right here are actually my favorite pair of pants that I own, and I don't even like gray, really. And they're high-rise and pleated, so why don't I look like an old man? Well, at least I don't think I do, and it's for a few reasons. One of them, though, is that they're slim-looking, right? They're not very baggy-looking, yet I have a ton of room. How is this possible? Well, it's because these are actually tapered fit. And a tapered fit, it keeps it nice and roomy here around the thighs where it's actually needed, but the leg gradually tapers down. And for these ones, they taper down all the way to less than 7 inches at the cuff. When you see a lot of slim fit and skinny fit pants, normally they're tight around the thighs and they'll be looser around the ankles, which is absolutely uncomfortable, stupid, and illogical. Tapered fit gives you room where it's necessary and has it tapered and slim where it's permissible. Now see, the problem with skinny fit or slim fit pleated pants is that if it's tight around the thigh area, the pleats are constantly open even when you're standing, which completely defeats the purpose of them, and it just looks unfinished and wrong. So with these trousers, for example, preferably they should be a little bit more roomy in the crotch and thigh area so that the pleats aren't that small and open, but oh well, I still love them. They feel like pajamas. Reason number 2 is because of the type of pleats these have, which are single pleated, but more importantly, they're reverse pleats. I've heard actually quite a lot of guys say how forward-facing pleats are more slimming and it's reverse pleats that make your pants look baggier. This is wrong. Actually, it's the complete opposite. I mean, think about this for a second. When you have forward-facing pleats, all that extra fabric is bunched here on your thighs, so it makes your thighs look bigger, thus making your pants look baggier. Whereas reverse pleats, all that extra fabric is held here in the front area near the crotch, so it looks just as slimming from the front as regular non-pleated pants. And hey, this is going to be an extra benefit for those dudes with big packages out there, because we know how embarrassing it can get when, you know, it's kind of showing and, you know, maybe there's kids around or women. Like, married church women in your choir? Also, the pleats and the crease plays with the light a lot. So a lot of the times, half of your leg will be in the light and half will be in the shadow. So it'll make your leg look even more slim. But with flat front pants, this crease down the center disappears around the thighs, which makes it look awkward and unfinished. Believe it or not though, pleats are coming back, and they've been around in the high fashion circles in the sartorial world for a few years now, especially thanks to the Italians. And they wear a lot of reverse pleats, so you'll see those the most. And everyone knows that the Italians do it best. They're not, looking like a bunch of old, dated, dusty men, right? But that doesn't mean that forward-facing pleats are bad either. They look especially great with Gurkha trousers, and they're fantastic for dudes with bigger quads who actually don't skip leg days. So for the fit man who works out, it's definitely a great choice. Pleats can be just as stylish as they are functional if you follow the reasons I laid out. And if you're still worried about looking outdated, forget about it, because you know what? They're already really popular in the fashion world, and they're going to be completely mainstream before you know it. They give room when you sit down. They're great for fit guys who actually don't skip leg day, and they can cover up your junk, especially for the gifted, which is always a great thing. And they add versatility and visual interest while still keeping it fresh, contemporary, and classic all at the same time. So, if you agreed with this, like the video, sub if you haven't, hit the bell so you'll actually see me again, and if you didn't like it, then dislike the video. I don't care, it makes no difference to me. But also, before you X out and share this video, before you do that too, comment down below if you wear pleated pants or you will wear pleated pants. I want to know, because this is a group thing, and we're in this together. So, alright my brothers, I'll see you all very soon. Until next time, adios. I'm gonna finish reading and listening to the Lord of the Rings audiobook because my woman is ahead of me and by 100 pages, and I owe her a coffee if I lose. Not that it's a big deal, but I'm competitive. She's ahead of me. She's good.